Audio-Technica ATH-M50x promises studio-grade accuracy without breaking the bank. Either we've reached affordable studio truth, or we're all buying into a decade-old hype train. On paper, it sounds elite. 45mm drivers with rare earth magnets, a 15Hz to 28K Hz response, 90-degree swiveling cups, detachable pro cables, foldable design, and a 4.6-star rating at around $159. Sounds like an easy win, right? But here's the thing, specs can sing and still miss the note you actually care about. I spent 30 days tracking, mixing, commuting, and gaming with the M50X to find out where the marketing ends and the reality starts. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 30 days of testing. Here's what the M50X claims to do. Deliver accurate studio monitoring in a portable, durable package while keeping you comfortable for long sessions. The big promises are critically acclaimed studio monitor accuracy, deep, accurate bass with exceptional clarity and extended frequency response, excellent sound isolation for loud environments, durable build, pro comfort, and detachable cables for versatility. Pretty bold claims for $159. But here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim studio monitor accuracy. What you actually get is a fun, energetic V-shaped tuning, boosted bass, lively treble, slightly recessed mids. Here's why. Community measurements and my own sweeps show a mid-bass lift and a treble peak around 810K Hz. That makes kick drums punch and hi-hats sparkle, but vocals can sit a step back. For tracking or DJ monitoring, that excitement helps. For surgical mixing, let's be real, you'll want a flatter reference like the Sennheiser HD560S or a pair of neutral studio monitors. They claim deep, accurate bass down to 15 Hz. What you actually get is solid sub-bass presence with roll-off you'll feel below Hz. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. Truly flat 15 Hz at safe listening levels on a closed-back headphone is fantasy for this driver size. Still, the M50X delivers tight, punchy low end that makes pop, EDM, and hip-hop feel alive without turning to mush. They claim exceptional clarity across an extended frequency range up to 28K Hz. What you actually get is crisp detail, sometimes bordering on sharp. Here's why. The upper treble lift helps perceived detail, but our ears top out around 20K Hz. Extension doesn't equal clarity, tuning in the 25K Hz region and treble peaks do. On tracks with hot sibilants like breathy pop vocals or bright podcasts, the M50X can get spicy. I noticed fatigue around the 90-minute mark on brighter masters. They claim excellent isolation. Reality. For a passive closed-back, isolation is good. The clamp and pads seal well, cutting down office chatter and high-frequency noise, but it's not ANC. On a subway, low engine rumbles still seep in, though less than most on-ears. Sound leakage is minimal, so you won't annoy the person next to you. The 90-degree swivel cups actually help for one-ear DJ monitoring and quick desk chats. They claim professional durability and comfort. Reality. Mostly solid with a few caveats. The headband and hinges feel robust, though they're largely plastic. After a couple years, the stock pads can flake. The good news is they're easy to replace with third-party velour or sheepskin for better longevity and comfort. The clamp is firm out of the box, it eases slightly over time. Weight is manageable, and the foldable design plus pouch make it commuter-friendly. But in warm weather, the pleather pads heat up, expect sweaty ears on long sessions. Here's where things get interesting. Ease of drive. With 38 ohms impedance and roughly 99 dB MW sensitivity, the M50X gets loud from a phone or laptop. A clean DAC amp gives you a touch more control and headroom but isn't required. The detachable cables are a win. You get a coiled studio cable for the desk and a straight cable for on-the-go. The twist-lock connector is proprietary, which is great for security, but means not every third-party cable will fit without an adapter. Sound quality. The M50X leans energetic and engaging. Bass has punch and good control. It doesn't smear into the mids unless your seal is poor. Mids are clear but not forward. Male vocals are present. Female vocals can lean thin on certain recordings. Treble is crisp with a noticeable sparkle. Detail retrieval is strong for the price, but treble-sensitive listeners may find it fatiguing on bright mixes. Soundstage is narrow for a closed back, more inside your head than concert hall, but imaging is precise enough to place instruments and footsteps in games. Build and comfort. The chassis folds, cups swivel 90 degrees, and it tosses easily into a bag. It feels tough for daily use, and spare parts are readily available. The headband padding is decent. The ear pads are okay but can compress with time. Here's what nobody tells you. Swapping to thicker aftermarket pads can reduce the treble bite and open the stage a bit, but can also increase bass, so it's a tuning trade-off. Accessories and usability. You get 3 detachable cables, long straight, coiled, short straight, a 6.3mm adapter, and a pouch. No mic or Bluetooth, that's the M50xBT BT2 lane. Latency is a non-issue because it's wired. For content creators and musicians, one-ear monitoring is smooth, and the swivel mechanism actually matters on busy sessions. Comparisons. Versus the Beyerdynamic DT 770 Pro, the 770 has airier stage and softer pads, but needs more power and has its own treble spikes. Versus Sony MDR7506, the Sony is thinner in the bass with a sharper treble peak. For neutrality, the Sennheiser HD560S beats them all, but it's open back and leaks sound. Review analysis across thousands of ratings shows consistent praise for clarity and build, with common complaints about comfort, heat, and bright treble. No glaring red flags like fake reviews or drop shipping here. The M50X is a legit industry staple. Verdict: recommended with context. At around $159, the ATH-M50X is a reliable, durable, great-sounding closed back for tracking, DJing, editing, and everyday listening if you like punchy bass and crisp highs. Skip this if you crave a perfectly flat studio reference or you're treble sensitive. Save your money for a flatter set like the HD560S open back, or consider the DT770 Pro for studio comfort. Worth it if you need a dewy-tall wired workhorse that travels well, isolates decently, and just works across devices. For Bluetooth ANC needs, look elsewhere. Bottom line, it earns the hype, just not the myth. Stay savage out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions about pad swaps or interface pairing? Drop them in the comments. Next up, can a $50 IEM beat the M50X for detail? Don't miss it. Tested, not hyped. See you in the next one.